What's up, guys? How's it going? My name is Fedor, and on my left, this wonderful, fresh cut, natural hair. Your name is
Victoria.
Today we're doing a Q&A session. You guys asked us a whole bunch of questions. We're gonna answer them today.
Yes.
First question, which is the most common one.
Actually, before we get to the questions, let's talk about like how we're doing.
That's what I was getting into.
Oh,
Because it's the most common question people are asking us, which is, are you guys okay? Considering the situation in the world, you guys are wondering if we are fine, if we are not fine, all of that. And we are?
We are actually really okay. We're fine.
Yes.
We are still in Russia. We're doing okay, guys. I wouldn't say we're fantastic. Of course, everything that's going on affects us mentally. And we've been going through a lot of stuff with my health as well. That's why we haven't posted. But we just wanted to take the time to let you guys know that we're okay. We're just praying for everyone involved in what's going on. We want to just not focus on politics because this is not a political channel and it will never be. It will never be. And there's also other great Russian YouTubers that are political channels that discuss politics where you can go over there.
And we just think that there's enough of the politics out there where you can find what you're looking for. And we're simply not that kind of channel. We don't have an interest in doing that. We're here to entertain you and to entertain alone. That's our purpose. That's our goal.
Our whole goal.
And so that's what we're gonna do today as well with the Q&A. Stuff with questions and answers. So let's get right to the first question then.
Yes, let's get into the first question.
All right. I'm moving to Moscow within the next year to be with my husband permanently. With my husband permanently.
I'm like,
I'm more or less fluent in Russian, but I guess this is mainly to Victoria. Do you have any tips on moving and starting a new life in Russia?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I do. I made a video about this that's going to be posting in a few weeks.
Okay.
But she said, any tips on moving to Russia?
Okay. Any tips on moving and starting a new life in Russia?
Yes. I have a lot of tips. It's super, super cold in Russia, depending on which...
Moscow is a bit warmer.
Yeah,
but
Moscow.
Still, it's cold.
in Siberia, it's really, really cold. So I would say definitely up your vitamin intake. And also, if you decide... Vitamin D, because... you'll see that in a video.
Yeah.
I'll go more in detail about that. But also, please, please, please don't buy your coat in the US. When you arrive in Russia, you need to get all of your coats here because they, I guess, make coats specifically for the weather. And sometimes in American conditions, it's not really that cold there. Even in like Utah, it's not that cold compared to Siberia or Moscow or whatever. So definitely do that. And thirdly, just embrace the culture. Like, you can't come here and expect to have your old American ways, or if you're not American, Brazilian, wherever you're from, you have to adapt to the culture, the people, the food, and the social etiquettes. Don't smile at everyone when you come. But if you want to know more, I have a video coming in a few weeks, and I'll probably put the link down when it's posted.
I would add my 2 cents because I also kind of adapted to the life in the States too.
Oh.
I would say that you just have to become a sponge.
Yeah.
You have to you are from wherever you're from, but when you come here, you have to learn how people here live.
Yeah.
And so you become a sponge. You take how they talk, what they dress like, what they say in public, how they act in public. Of course, bring your own personality, but still, when it's, when you're learning the new culture, kind of become a sponge and taking everything in and trying to, be as much of a person of culture in Russia itself too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For a more satisfying life, which place feels better to live in permanently? Novosibirsk, which is where we are now, or LA?
Oh, I actually think I answered this question
Let's
in
answer
a
it
video.
here.
Okay.
Let's answer it here. What is it better to live in permanently, LA or Novosibirsk?
Permanently, for us, Novosibirsk.
Yes.
I just feel like I've lived in LA my whole life. It's a wonderful place, but for what we want in life, I would say Novosibirsk. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was a little more put my career first, I would kind of say LA.
Right.
But that's just not the boat that I'm in. So I would say Novosibirsk.
Yeah.
It's a little more it fits us as a couple.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, Novosibirsk is my hometown, so I love it here. I feel home here.
But we love both. We love both places. I still love LA. My family's there, so it's kind of like you get the best of both worlds.
And what percent would you say your monthly cost of living is?
What?
And what percent would you say your monthly cost is in Novosibirsk compared to LA.
Our monthly cost with apartment or
Monthly cost of living as a whole. I would say
what would
that
you say, honey?
I would say that about 30% of so living in Novosibirsk is about 3 times cheaper than it is in LA.
Yeah. Maybe even 4 times.
Maybe even more, yeah. But because we don't have a car, we don't pay for the car here. The apartments are super cheap. Our cost of like food and things like that is a bit cheaper because of the price difference.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, I think that's about 3 to 4 times cheaper with the same amount of comfort. You know?
Right.
Hello, beautiful couple. I'd like to know how much time did it take Victoria to reach a conversational level in Russian? And how challenging is it to find a job as a foreigner there? Greetings from Greece.
Okay, good question. I wouldn't say hours. I would say it just depends on how much time you put in. For example, when I first started learning Russian, in 2016?
Yeah, around that
It was
time.
maybe 30 minutes a day, me and Fedor will talk.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
basic stuff.
Basic. So it wasn't until I would say 2017 or 2018. 2018 when I came to Russia, I studied in university for a summer.
Right.
It took me a summer to actually have like good conversations.
At least be able to say a few words with my family. Yes.
Yeah, about 3 months.
Right. Yeah.
To actually have like a small conversation.
Yeah.
But now I'm intermediate level.
Yeah.
And I would say 3 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
I would say it doesn't matter in years because it's only about the time that you actually study.
Put in.
Like with the notepad, listening, reading stuff. It can be 10 years, but if you spend 10 minutes a day, that's nothing, you know? So I would say Victoria's at about 500 hours total combined, putting together.
And that's not a lot at all.
A lot.
Imagine if I would have done like
1,000, 2,000.
6 hours a day. I would be probably fluent by now, but I have other priorities. So
yeah, for sure.
And also
how easy is it to find a job in Russia?
Okay, I'm actually not looking for a job.
Yeah.
But I know it's difficult. It depends depending on what field. If you want to come here and you want to teach English, it's super easy. Almost every week, a person comes up to me and saying, like,
can you tutor me in English? Can you speak to me in English?
Yeah, I'll pay you.
Yeah.
But I decline because it's not what I
do.
Yeah, it's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's pretty difficult to find, especially if you don't have the proper qualifications, for sure.
Yeah.
How long are you planning to stay in Russia? Will you start your family there?
Ooh.
Let me answer that.
We're
planning to stay here for as long as we like it here. So I would say that we don't have a set amount of years. Say, okay, 10 years and then we out.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly like, okay, let's try Russia and see if we like it. And for now, we don't have any plans of moving. But next year, something might happen and we say, hey, let's go to London. Let's go to Japan, to Tokyo, whatever it is. But do we plan to start a family here? We'll see. The time will tell.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because, of course, as you guys know, with everything that's going on, we really don't know. We could end up next year in freaking Bali or
anywhere.
Egypt. You never know. So.
Yep. Victoria, what type of acting have you done until now? Theater, film, movies, etc.
That's a good one. Okay.
Theater mostly in college.
Yes. So I actually started out in LA. I used to do background on Disney Channel. You might see me on a few episodes on Disney and Disney XD. And then I had a small part in a Disney Channel episode.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went to college. Yeah.
Theater in college.
I did so many theater plays. I did Blithe Spirit.
They probably don't know these names because it's changed.
Yeah.
Your school changes the names.
Yeah. But I did a lot of plays. I actually did 5 or 4 plays a year, right? So I would do 2.
And then 2 again.
And then 2 I would do 2 in fall and then 2 in spring.
So about 16 plays total. God.
Yeah, about 16 plays total, but I prefer television.
Yeah, and now she's going back to television slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
I know it's more personal, but more beauty question to Victoria. I guess I'm just here to read questions. But I would be happy if you answered my question. Girl, you smile though. Your teeth are so beautiful. They're perfect. Could you share the teeth care routine? And have you ever made surgery on it? God.
Thank you guys.
I couldn't get that question out.
Thank you guys. When I tell you, I think
it's been
a
challenge.
It's been a challenge. My teeth are probably the most thing that I'm insecure about. I'm getting a little better. Before I had braces, so I never really had surgery on my mouth. I had
Right.
braces in college, and then something happened. My brackets broke. I had to take out my braces.
See, this is where I sincerely dislike dentists in the States. One part of the world, LA, right? They did the braces. And then we moved to the East Coast to go to school again, right? So when her braces needed some tightening, when she went to the dentist there, they said, your teeth are done wrong. We had to redo the whole braces. So that's a whole nother cost of braces. She just wanted to get them tighter, right? Because when you move, teeth move, your things kind of get detached.
Exactly.
So the only thing that you had to do is to just get them tight. And they said, we gotta redo them. She said, F no, I'm gonna wait for another half a year to go back to LA to get them tight. But by the time she waited for all of that, the
Yeah.
orders came out. And so it was
Yeah.
kind of pointless at that point.
And I don't know if you guys remember watching videos and you guys seeing gaps in my teeth, like the videos that we made like 5 years ago. I literally
Yeah.
used to cry watching the videos because I was in college and like you said, like I couldn't go to my dentist.
Right.
So I said, you know what, F this. When we move abroad, I'm gonna handle my teeth, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So what really fixed my teeth is Invisalign. I have them in right now.
Yeah, you might
Zoom
not
in.
even see it.
I don't know if you see
Yeah,
it.
but she has an Invisalign here. We did it at a Russian dentistry, which is great. And they hooked us up for some promotional work from Victoria, some photos from her on their Instagram and things like that. So it was not even that expensive.
Can I say something? And they also looked in my mouth and they said, "You didn't get your teeth done in Russia, did you? Because it looks like an American job." I
Yes.
said that!
Yeah.
The shade.
Yeah. So that's what she's doing now, and I think you have about 2 more years of wearing Invisalign, right?
2 more years of wearing Invisalign, and I think I have to wear retainers for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but that's
It is what it is.
Yeah.
My teeth are looking better. That's all that matters.
yeah. Are you settling down in Siberia, or is it a stop along the way? We already answered that slightly.
Yeah.
I would say that for now, if we're living in Russia, it just simply makes sense for us to live in Novosibirsk because that's where I'm from. And our main goal to move here was for me to get close to my family because I've been out for a minute.
7 years.
7 years, and then even living in Moscow, it's like, okay, I'm in Russia, but I'm not really home. So
Right.
that's why Novosibirsk is a place, and we both work from home. That's why it doesn't really matter where we are because we spend most of our time in our apartment anyway. And
Yes.
I don't care whether this apartment is Novosibirsk or Moscow or St. Petersburg or somewhere else
Right.
because I'm here, most of my time. That's that. You want to add anything? And now moving
You
on.
said everything perfectly, honey. I can start.
Fedor,
reading
are
the
you from
question
a? Okay.
If you want to take a break.
That's all right.
Oh wait, it's a question for you.
Okay.
Let me read it. Fedor, are you from a fancy family?
Yes, I am. I surely am. I'm an intellectual family. I wouldn't say we're from a fancy family. I think I'm from a family of smart people. We come from a bloodline of smart people. It's like no, but seriously, I think that I have a great family. I would not have traded it for the world. I've been raised well. My parents are together still. I grew up in a loving family, and they taught me great values about life in general. And
Same with your grandparents. They're
grandparents,
still together.
yes, and just a great family. And honestly, I've been loved my entire life up until now as well. So I could never ask for anything better than that.
I so agree. Everyone's lovely. They open me in
Welcome me with open arms.
Welcome me in with open arms. What was I saying?
Yeah.
And we actually made a video about that 4 years ago
Yeah.
of how they reacted to me.
Yeah.
You guys should watch that. I think
Yep.
it's called Meeting the Parents or
I think so.
What We Thought About the Parents.
Yeah, something like that.
Watch that video. Как Виктории Сибирская зимушка. Зимушка?
Zimushka.
Зимушка.
Zimushka, yeah.
Зимушка.
How do you like Siberian?
Правильно?
Да. How do you like Siberian winter? If you hear
Очень.
drilling somewhere around, it's just they're drilling upstairs and I'm gonna do anything about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Очень холодная.
Very, very cold.
Да. Но у меня нравится, очень красивая.
I like it. It's beautiful.
I'll put the translation here.
Sure.
Мне нравится много снег, потому что когда я жила в Лос-Анджелес, я не видела снег вообще.
Вообще.
Вообще. Но нравится. Круто.
Круто, да. Tanya asking in Russian, but I'm going to read it in English. I have a question for Fedor. What, after school, you went to study abroad and not study in Russia? Do you think that education there is better than here? I wouldn't say that education is better anywhere. It's really what you're looking for. I think that what really stirred me away from studying here was that studying here, you really commit your whole life to studying at a university. Couldn't do anything else. And that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to have more fun and enjoy myself. And I was not really a studious person, a very academic person. I'm not at all. So that's what first attracted me to go to the States. And then I realized that, hey, if I go to the States, I can learn English. I can learn how people live out there. And I can just really have a benefit that not a lot of Russians have. And so I went there. And I'm in Victoria. I played tennis my entire school years.
The whole reason why is you were on tennis scholarship.
I was on tennis scholarship too. Yeah, so I didn't have to pay out of pocket for that.
That's the most important thing.
But regarding the education as a whole, I think Russian education is more detailed and a bit deeper on the university level. But U.S. education is a bit more applicable. It's like it's more hands-on. So
I agree.
That's the only difference.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah, it's a good question too, so thank you for that. Now that it looks like you're settled in Russia, when do you plan on having kids?
Oh my gosh, if you guys keep putting these comments, can you just let us live?
Yeah, it's a question that I ask Victoria every day. Alright, next question now. How did you become YouTube vloggers?
But Dora's trying to pop out these kids ASAP. Guys, I'm just
saying that I'm ready, that's all. It's on you now.
Yeah, it's on me, honestly. We'll see in the near future. As of this year, absolutely not. We just want to... Not we, I guess I...
Enjoy our youth a bit more.
Enjoy our youth a bit more.
But I know that a lot of recommendations and a lot of words of encouragement in the comments about having kids in a young life. So be ready for that. And be ready for that. I'm not ready. That's it. How did you become YouTube vloggers? I would say it came from one sentence and one sentence alone, coming from Victoria. I had a Russian teaching channel. It wasn't really doing that good. And Victoria said, I see girls in your comments. They need to know that I am your girlfriend. So bring me on the channel and introduce me to your audience. And so at that moment, I decided to have two channels. One with Victoria, one me teaching Russian, which is now be fluent in Russian, and it's still going. And this channel is going now. And yeah, that's it.
First of all, I just want to say this was insecure Victoria in college because I saw all these hoes in his comments, and I said, they need a wow, just like he said. But now I just want to say congratulations on 200K, right? On
yes.
B1. I'm so proud of you.
Yep.
Молодец.
All right. Хватает ли гонорара модели для жизни? Which means, do you have enough of money as a model or like model earnings for your living?
Absolutely not. I never planned on modeling for a living.
Right.
It just kind of happened that people were saying, oh my gosh, you should model.
Yeah.
So I would say it's more of a fun hobby for me. Of course, I do get sponsored and stuff, but like, it's more for fun. It makes me happy. Like, it's so much fun.
Victoria just started in about October time, and it's only been half a year.
Yeah.
And if things pick up more and she gets called for work more and they pay her more, maybe one day is gonna cover. But half a year in, you really don't expect anything from that, but just to build up your portfolio, I guess.
Right.
All right. How do you manage the relationship with the in-laws? Our in-laws.
Me or you?
Both.
You talk about my parents. I talk about.
Both of our in-laws are great, and we have fun with them. We talk to them. We have fun. We just really enjoy each other's company, and it's never been too harsh on us because I think none of our families come from very strict families. We don't come from strict families, and so it was never about, hey, you better provide for my daughter, or you better treat my son right. It's never been that. They've always been trusting our choice, and it's never been an issue, I think.
I agree. It was never about race, color,
money,
anything. From both sides. So I think both.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love is that my parents and his parents get along.
Oh yeah.
And like, not even get along. Like, they actually enjoy having like time with each other.
Yeah, I agree.
So I just love that, and it just creates a great family dynamic because I came from a loving family.
Yeah.
My parents are still together, and so did Fedor.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that because our families are of the similar values about family and just good relationship.
First.
Yeah. And that's why it's always been easy for us to get along and for them to get along too.
Yeah, easy, very easy.
Какие планы на карьерное будущее? What are your plans for the career future?
For the career future.
Yeah.
Well, you want to start or should I start?
I guess I'll say it briefly. My plans for the career future is to create a platform of learning Russian that you can get on zero knowledge in Russian, and by the end of the course you'll be fluent in it, speak freely in Russian. That's the goal, that's the dream. Of course, it's a huge goal, big goal, but we're slowly moving there, step by step by step by step, and that's what we're doing on our Be Fluent in Russian channel, BeFluentClass.com, BeFluentInRussian.com, all
That's
of that.
where I learn Russian all the time.
Yeah. And you?
Mine, I really want to get into film. I mean, of
Yes.
course, this is like an extension of what I
Yeah.
got my master's in, directing, doing
Yeah.
videos. But I think I want to be on a broader scale. And I want to get back into acting because
Yeah.
you can audition from anywhere around the world. So I
Right.
think I really want to start getting back into auditions and
Yeah.
eventually direct something huge of my own one day.
Yeah.
So that's the goal for me, to just stick to what I've been doing.
Right. And modeling too, don't forget about that.
Oh,
If it picks
and
up.
modeling. I really, really like modeling. It's so fun. I think I'm
Yeah.
just afraid to say that I want it as a job because I don't want the fun to be taken away, you
Right,
know?
right.
But yeah, maybe modeling. We'll
Yep.
see.
All right, and last question, how and where you met? And the secondary question is, was it hard for you to finally decide to move to Russia, or finally, move to Russia, make a decision?
I'll answer the first one and answer the
Okay.
second.
Yeah, sure.
So we met at Hampton University.
Yeah.
That's actually the first or second video we made on this channel. I'll put
Yes.
a photo right here below so you guys can click and watch that video.
Yeah.
We met on the first day of university.
Yeah.
Like the first
Freshman
day
orientation.
of freshman orientation.
Yeah.
Fedor didn't remember me. The rest is history.
That's all right.
We
Watch that video. But we met in
What?
college.
We watched that
And
video.
Victoria was the only one who I really connected with in the first couple of months of school, and so that's why
Yeah.
we became close friends, and then became boyfriend and
Yeah,
girlfriend.
we started off
and then
as friends.
became a husband and wife, and then we became it's like that. All right, and then it was hard for you to finally make a decision to move to Russia. I would say no. That was always on our back, like Plan B.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day we just kind of didn't like where we were, and we looked at each other at the same exact moment and said, "Do you want to go to Russia?" And
It sounds so fake, but it's so
yeah,
true.
we were just sitting there, and something happened.
on the couch downstairs in the living room. I
No.
remember like it was yesterday.
I think of a different moment right there.
Oh, what are
I'm
you
thinking of a
thinking of?
moment in the car when a homeless person came and knocked on our window.
Absolutely.
So we're waiting for our
That
food.
was the
right?
second time.
That was the second time, but that was the last.
That was the last straw for us. That was
Yes.
the last straw for us.
So we're sitting in the car waiting for our takeout order, and fancy restaurant, like nice
Nice
restaurant.
place.
We're sitting there in the parking lot. This homeless person comes and knocks on our car window, says something, and goes away. Victoria is like in shock because he was on her side, not on my side.
I didn't have my doors locked. Like I was really
I
frightened.
locked him when I saw it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like,
Originally, I didn't
what's
have my
going
doors
on?
locked.
What's going on? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm fed up. And I think I said to you, do you want to go to Russia? And you said, I was thinking the same exact thing. And so that was our last thing that we decided, you know what? Let's do it. We
Yeah.
broke our lease, moved here, and
Yeah.
we've been here enjoying Novosibirsk ever since for you.
I agree. And it wasn't necessarily the homeless man. It was just
There's a last straw. It was a buildup
it
of
was
things.
it was the last straw. Like
Yeah.
just walking outside and seeing dirt on the streets, like it's
Yeah.
just trash everywhere, and I'm just like I was so tired of it, and
Yeah.
I knew what it felt like already to live overseas because I studied
Right.
abroad, and I always thought to myself I would want to live in different countries
Yeah.
one day. It's always been a dream, and I'm just so glad that we took the leap. Oh my
Right.
god,
Leap of faith.
The leap of faith. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. Oh my god. The leap of faith. That was it. But yes, leap of faith. Despite everything that's happening,
Right.
I am so thankful for the move. I
Oh, yeah.
would never want to take anything back. So many positive things have happened to
Right.
us, and I just pray that
He's gonna continue being
it's
the
gonna
same.
continue being it. Baby. Take
All
it
right,
away.
guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you answered your particular question.
Yep.
And if you have more, put them in the comments. We might do Q&A number 2. Who knows? All right. See you all in the next one. Пока-пока.
Пока-пока.